girls, Sharon here. How was your weekend? Did you all do something fun and exciting? I hope. Okay, guess what we're going to do today? I am going to do a review of the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. This is what it looks like. Now I know some of you are going to say, but Sharon, as old as we are, we don't need smoky eyes. We're going to leave that to the youngsters. Well, yes and no. Now let's do some work on this and see what you think. Right now I am wearing the colors from the Smoky palette. Okay, and I also put on some corner lashes to kind of give me an eye lift. Now, as you can see, I didn't go super heavy on it because that would have been a curse. I want to tell you how I use this. First of all, I want to show you the colors in the palette first. These are some of the most gorgeous colors when you look at it. Alright? You see some darks, you see some lights that can be transitioned. What there are 7 mattes and 5, kind of satiny, shimmers, alright? Which are pretty good for older ladies. But let's go down the list and let me kind of tell you what I did. I started off first by priming my eye. I actually used the Urban Decay eye primer on my lid, and I never usually use that, but since I was using this product, I thought safer than sorry, okay? So I went ahead and used that. Then I picked up my MAC Blanc and I covered my whole eyelid up to my brow bone just to make a nice smooth canvas to start. Then I said, okay, let's go in, and I wanted to start here at the corner because I'm going to try to be blending more in. And I picked the color Smolder to start. Now this was Smolder right here. Now when you see the Smolder, just by looking at it, kind of looks like a dark purple. Well, as it is, the color didn't quite go on like a dark purple. But I put that on the outer corner and I started blending it in my crease all the way over. Started here and then just blended it in the crease. Now on top of the Smolder, I started to use the Password right here. This Password color. And I did the same thing. I just went over on top of that. The next thing I did, on the half of the eye here, right next to the Smolder, I picked up Dagger. Now Dagger came on kind of gray looking at first, okay, kind of a bluish gray. And it was starting to really look kind of dark then. I then turned around and went in with something lighter coming this way because I didn't want all this dark coming towards my inner eye. So I started using 13 on the end here on my inner eye, meeting up to the Dagger. Now I also took the Combust, that's the color here, and I noticed up here, because of the darkness, it was harsh. So I took the brush that's included in the kit, and it's a fabulous little brush. I'm going to tell you, this is great for the inner corners here, and this was heaven at trying to put on your concealer. I mean, heaven. Love this brush, love that. But in any case, I took the brush, and I took the Combust, and I used that more of a transition to smooth out the top of my line up here on the brow bone. Because I wanted it a little smoother, not just so like you drew a line. Because the colors are so pigmented, it comes out almost like you're drawing a hard line. I did not want that. I used a little of the Smolder under the eye as well. Now, I want to swatch a few that I used to show you what I'm talking about. With this finger, I'm going to use Combust right in here. Then I'm going to use Password. I'm going to use Smolder. I'm going to use the Dagger. those are the colors. Okay, and as far as eyeliner was concerned, they have a color here called Black Market, and here's Black Market. That was a fabulous color, so I took a slanted brush and I lined the top of my eye. I also, underneath, I took smolder a little bit under the eye, but I took a smudge brush and smudged all of that out as softly as I could, because I wanted a softer, smoky look and not something just in your face. You see what I'm saying? Now, these other colors are fabulous. I didn't use any of the satins, except right here, there's one called Armor. And if you see, it's kind of a silvery color. And I'll show you that. That is how the Armor looks, right in there. And that was really, really kind of sparkly. So I just blotted it right on the center of my lid. If I ever do a smoky eye with more browns, which I am going to do that, then these colors, which I'm going to show you here, that's Radar, that's Dirty Sweet, and then High. And these are the colors there, if you can see. Those are fantastic colors. I think that would look good with brown, with not being out there in your face. You got to really watch the darker colors. So, with all the work I had done here, and it took a while. But first of all, I've got small eyes. It always takes a while. But because of the darker colors and not wanting to be just, I didn't want to look like a panda bear. I decided, and I took out my other two Naked palettes, my 1 and 2, and I noticed they were very similar to this. I mean, most of the colors were almost exactly alike in here, and I said, well, I can do the same thing with my Naked palette 1 and my Naked palette 2, not the 3. So, I have to tell you, I wasn't really all that impressed with this Urban Decay Smoky palette. The reason being is, if you've already got 1 and 2, I don't think you're really going to need this particular palette, unless you just want to try it and you're a collector, and that's fine too. I personally am going to pass this on to my granddaughter, okay, you know, the college student, so she's going to love it. She has more olive skin, and she wears heavier eyelashes, and she's just got skin to die for. I think that's going to look better on her. I'm going to keep the dadgum brush, though. This brush is fabulous. Love it. But I wanted you to get an honest opinion on it. This is my opinion, and this is what it was like. It was so pigmented, and I really had to tap my brush a lot of times because I could see the fallout was going to be a big bloody mess if I didn't. But that is my thinking about this palette. It's a nice palette. It's pretty. Everything about it is great. But like I said, if you've got the 1 and 2, you won't need this palette. You just will not need this palette. Okay, now, tell you what else I got. And I can thank Carolyn, Miss Flip-Flops and Pearls for this. I was watching her video the other day. And now the Clear Blue Sky, she picked up 2 palettes that I had just bought. And I said, oh my God, I love these palettes even better. Because she was wearing some of the colors from the Lorac Pro Metal. Okay, and I've got to show you these colors. These are to die for, girlfriends, okay? Look at these colors on this palette. Are they to die for or what? Now, these are fabulous for summer. Absolutely fabulous. And they look so great on her. I was so jealous I couldn't stand it. I had to get them out. And I've got to start playing with those because I love it. Also, she had picked up, and I had it too, the Lorac Pro Matte. So she really put the bug under me to get busy with this. Look at those colors. Are they something else? You can start wearing them now in the summer, and these will be fabulous for fall. Absolutely fabulous colors. Ooh, can't wait to dig into that burgundy. You know, I love my burgundies and terracottas and anything that's got some pink or red in it. But if I'll put Carolyn's YouTube channel down below, because she's actually wearing the metals colors and some of the others, and I want you to see how gorgeous they are. She looks so pretty. Be so jealous. You'd be running out and buying it, girlfriends, I'm telling you. And then I have to tell you, the one find that I have that I would buy it over and over and over and over again. And that is the Lorac Pro Contour Kit. Let me show you this, girlfriends. There is none other. I'm just telling you right now. Do you see those? This is fabulous. Let me point something out here to you. They have the lighter contour here, which I actually have on today. And they have a deeper contour, which I have right up above my hairline where I need a little bit more because I'm fat. And they have a medium contour. And look at this brush that comes with it. Now this is different than our other contour brushes, lady, and let me just show you. Look how soft this is. This actually is flimsy. The ones that I have that are like this are very stiff and don't give. Let me tell you why I love this. They have, in this kit as well, they have the yellow highlight, and they have the beige highlight, and they have the shimmer highlight on the end. Now look, you can do the brush flat, tap some of that yellow highlighter on, and just put it under your eyes and around for highlight. You don't have to push the makeup off. You're not moving the product around. You're pressing it in. And it's going to help more with the lines as well, not showing up. I love this contour kit. Oh my God. I have played and played with this, and there isn't anything you can't do with it. I think this is the greatest contour kit that I have seen, bar none. You have got to get the Lorac Pro Contour Kit. Fabulous. I will list all of this down below. Also, I want to mention to everyone that I had said that I was going to put out a video on a lot of my readers. Everybody seems to be real crazy about them. I managed to come up with 4. This, perchance, these pink ones here are one of the pair, but I came up with 4 more pair for you, and I will be having those in a giveaway. Also, Patty with Rockstar Mom had notified me that so many people loved her little earrings, little upside down crowns. I managed to come up with more pair there. So, yes, we're going to do a little giveaway for those too. And you know, they're not fancy, they're just cute and they're fun. And the readers, they're going to be different ones, which in the next video I'll be showing you some of the readers and showing you some of the jewelry, okay? But I wanted to make this kind of short and sweet because I want to hit the point on these different palettes. I enjoyed the Smoky palette. I think it was fun. I think it looks great. And I think it's going to look fabulous for evening or during the holidays. But that's what I'm going to do with that palette. And the next 2 palettes, the Lorac Matte and the Metals Girlfriend, I'm going to wear those out. I'm telling you. So you're going to be seeing me having this on my eyes a lot. And of course, my contour, I'm taking it to bed with me. Love it. Love it. Love the brush. So, until then, give me a big thumbs up if you like this, and if this was interesting, if it was newsy to you. And don't forget, if you buy these products through Ulta and you're building up your points there, I want you to know when I bought these 2 products, and they're $28 each, I got them for free because I built up so many points. How about that, girlfriends? Got to take advantage. You got to save money, you know, because, I mean, that's all we do is buy makeup. So, Like I said, put your comments below and tell me about any luck you've had or any experience with the new Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, or if you've tried the Pro Matte, and the Pro Metals, and tell me about your opinion there. We'd love to hear. We all learn from each other. So, if you liked it, again I say thumbs up. I want to say thank you so much to my new subbies. Oh my gosh, I've gotten hundreds of you in just a few weeks. I love you so much. You are so precious. I'm really getting to know you. You ladies are fascinating. And you have such great stories to tell. I love this. So keep it up. Keep me posted on everything. I got to know all your business, and you got to know mine. Until then, I want you to have a good one. Okay?